don't mean to bring you fright. I'm a creature of the night, not the most pleasant of sight. If alone, gaze into the darkness, I will be there representing blood's kiss. Creature of the night, don't mean to bring you fright. I'm a creature of the night, not the most pleasant of sight. If alone, gaze into the darkness, I will be there representing blood's kiss. Alright, hello there, creatures of the night. We are live here another week. A busy week, somewhat with the holiday there also, which for some of us, let's admit, Halloween's 24/7 all year round. But the actual official one-day peak had happened, and then a few stories, and then we'll continue our ghost story, like spook experience thing like we did last week. Maybe I'll pull another clip, that kind of thing. So joined here, of course, with Sasha, goes by Emo Bitch in some avenues of life. And then you have Zach, goes by Finn in some character ways for like Hunter Hunted series. So welcome everybody. Hopefully you had a good holiday. It's kind of weird being in the middle of the week. It was on a Tuesday this year, so it was kind of a odd. It kind of caused this whole weird dimension thing for me at least, because it just seemed like the week didn't really. Well, it was also combined, to be fair, with a concert that Sasha and I went to, and that will be also finally we'll have another concert vlog on this channel, Alternative Dimwits one. Which we would have had one about 4 weeks ago, but that one canceled with Black Veil Bride. So, anyway, this one was a good show. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll save some room for that, of course, too. But how's everyone doing? Just kind of waiting for people to come in. I see multiple joining. Guess we're kind of do our normal go around the room, because I think each of us might have a little bit more to talk about in terms of just what happened this week, or a highlight kind of thing. That doesn't have to be a ghost story kind of thing yet. We'll get to that later. But so Zach, anything in particular happen this past week that's notable?
What? I just looked over at you.
Awkward gaze. Then they locked eyes. And giggles were heard.
Well, we were trying to position the camera correctly, so we were both comfortable with it. So.
Yeah. Well, there was talk about how much cleavage to show and not show.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes. So there's that. But yeah.
Because I noticed Sasha was taller than me, and I was trying to get more of my face in there, and I totally forgot this chair goes higher. So. No, what it is everybody in this household likes to make me feel short.
Ah, there it is.
We're the same height now. So. No, we're not. You're slightly taller. I mean, like right now, we're like the same height. You know me. Well, no, and like if we were standing up, you're a good like 4 inches taller than me. Everybody makes me feel short.
Yeah, even the banshee in the garage makes you feel short. We do have a banshee that hangs from the rafters in the garage that it's meant to be a indicator for how far you pull the car up in there. So because we replaced the original, it was just boring rope that was hanging down. So replaced it with a little banshee thing for Spirit Halloween, and she does the job and turns around at random times and looks at you with her hollow eyes. But
every time we pull into the
every time we
garage,
pull in, she turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And I called
Welcome
her your other
home.
daughter. Yeah, he made the joke that she's my other daughter. So I have a third one apparently. That's Banshee bitch. Who goes with the other?
It's funny that this is becoming kind of a thing because I noticed one of our mutual friends on Facebook, one of my emo sis, did a comment just yesterday, I think it was, about it if you have PTSD from the Banshee, because she was one that watched us on Twitch and notices when we play Phasmophobia that the Banshee seems to attack her. And so I think that was what that was referencing.
Always the fucking target. I think there was like one random time recently where it was you and I laughed about it.
It never goes after me usually, but
it's fucking me. I don't know why. Maybe because I was the only female playing.
Maybe.
I need more females playing.
Yeah.
Just if you're a female and you play Phasmo on the PC, like just hit us up.
And console soon, new generation stuff. Like you have to have like the PS5 and that kind of stuff. But once they get around to it, it should come to cross compatibility. So keep in mind, we do play that game. If you eventually get it, or if you do have it on PC and you wondered, never knew that, I guess, about us, hit us up, hit me up. So.
And I have all my consoles back, so now I've got to actually set them up.
No.
Yeah, and then I have to download the. They probably have female banshees too. You play with them. I couldn't play Phasmo on my systems, anyways. Mine are too old. Well, speaking of banshees, we did adopt another little girl. We brought her home from Spirit this week, and she's looking out the window right now. I did not get involved in that adoption. That is a him and Eric.
Well, it will be kind of you because she is looking to be possible prop for our Hunter Hunted series. So there's that.
Fine.
It'll be used in a very cool way.
Are you going to make it a thing where? Never mind. That'll be.
It might be one of those where it's a haunted manifestation of a 3 foot tall, 4 foot tall, almost like the child spirits kind of thing that goes haunting at you, like the model in Phasmo where it's a kid one.
Jack went to go get it.
Of course he did. Show and tell. I mean, it's not a secret. It's every spirit has one, but.
And apparently the chair wanted to follow him because it kept turning.
Yeah. So. But anyway, so didn't sound like he didn't have much to talk about. I'll wait for him to finish because it kind of got.
I didn't even realize that you were asking him that.
Yeah, back to the question, Zach.
There she is.
So
there she is.
That's one of our props. We have many. Most of them are downstairs.
This is the first time I'm seeing it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you didn't see it when we looked at it before in the store. I thought you did.
I don't remember it. No.
Well,
I remember the little ones, like the Lilith that we got, but
creep factor 1 to 10, pretty good.
It's really cool to standing next to you. Yeah, fuck you.
It's like a baby banshee. Like a banshee had a baby. Like a banshee got with Wraith and produced this.
Yeah. And she even has her hair. She also has her hair.
There you go. Okay, Zach, we're good. Thank you.
It doesn't. Yeah, it can go bye-bye now. It doesn't. On the creep factor, it doesn't like. I don't want this thing. You go put the damn thing up. That's just fucking creepy.
Yeah, just put it back where you found it.
No, he had it turned in because it's dark in my room.
Yeah.
It looked like it was staying outside the box.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, that was yep. I take it back. The creep factor is there.
There it is. All right. But yeah.
Anyway, I don't have much to talk about. Basically, I'm getting ready to go work for 2 more weeks, and I'm leaving tomorrow after the reptile show. I'm gonna rest before I leave, but I plan to be gone, I guess, Monday before Thanksgiving. So I need to know what day to be back for Friendsgiving. So.
And we're still trying to iron that out. Colton advised me that unfortunately, the Monday and Tuesday that he normally gets off that falls on Thanksgiving week, um, won't be good. Won't be good, unfortunately, for him. So it will be either the or the Monday and Tuesday before that, which I think is November 13th, 14th, or it will be after, which I think is November 28th and 29th, if I remember right, the week after.
Well, after will be better. So
Which one?
After will be better because I really need to be gone 2 weeks. So
yeah. Well, and he said that he could try to make it work this next week. I said, well, we don't eat. That's way too soon because we don't even have the food, and we don't, as much as I love to rush Friendsgiving to beginning of November, I just was like, no, let's do. So that's looking like more and more of what we're honing in on it'll be a Friendsgiving around the last Monday and Tuesday of November is probably what I would pick to. What?
That he is. I was gonna say you could always tell him that he could always come and visit during next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just hang out versus it having to be for Friendsgiving.
But if it is the 13th or whatever, just let me know and I'll just make it work. So.
Well, we'll see what he's leaning towards, but I'm thinking it's going to be more of the latter, because that would be my vote. Also, would be the week, the Monday, Tuesday after Thanksgiving, because that would be closer to Thanksgiving anyway. But it would be still,
Yeah, because
out of curiosity, why are we having is Friendsgiving a 2-day event?
No, it's not. It's based on it's Colton's schedule. He gets his weekends fall on Monday and Tuesday because he works at a gas station, and they're not traditional, as you know, working in retail. It's not a traditional Monday through Friday, and then you get your weekends off, like I do. I'm lucky I have weekends off, and I have a Monday through Friday typical type schedule for my day job. But retail and restaurants and gas stations, they kind of work on their own thing. They're a little different. They're like, weekends, what are those?
I know. I make my schedule for my people. So
no, it would be more of like when we would expect to have a guest in terms of company here. Friendsgiving wouldn't be 2 days of constant eating unless that's all on you. We generally have a Friendsgiving dinner, which typically would fall on the first evening that he's here. That's how we've done it in the past. That's how we did it last year, which is the only one Zach would have to compare it to because he wasn't here before that. And then he'll sleep or whatever, hang out maybe a little bit the next day after, and then he goes back to Iowa. That's about it. And that's the only one I really know of right now that's coming to Friendsgiving. I'm still open, but right now that's the only one, and we know that somebody that doesn't talk to us anymore won't be coming. Zach knows who I'm talking about. So
I know who you're talking about too.
Yeah,
my plan after Friendsgiving was I was gonna work again until your birthday, and then probably work again until Christmas, I guess. That was my upcoming work schedule.
Well, and that's all up to you. There's no need. You know me. Birthday is nothing special for me anymore. I mean, it hardly has been. So you don't have to make a special trip to expense yourself to come back just for a birthday. If you need to work through it.
I came back for her birthday, so I had to come back for your birthday.
It's a OCD, your thing. Okay, I get it. Now I get it.
Yeah. Well, it's just how my heart works. I don't care if I'm away for my birthdays.
You were away for both your birthdays.
Yeah, I know. So the first one was terrible, obviously, and the second one was just busy. So
the first one is the day my accident happened. So,
well, then you should make it a fair To be fair, then Zach should make it a fair thing all around. Then, so that means that he should come home for his birthdays. I think that's only fair.
Well, next year we can do that. So
I would say, because if you make it a thing to come back for mine or hers, which is not necessary, then you need to make it a thing to where you come back for yours. And I think that's fair.
Well, I often forget about me, but it's okay.
Well, hey, it can't be a one-way and a two-way here. So if you come back for yourself for your birthday, if you got to make the trip back here for ours, it's only fair.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was here for the other guy too last year. So.
The other guy, he's just downgraded now from calling him a kind of a form of a different form of his name to now that other guy, the other fella. I'm
The
yeah,
other Banshee.
them, those, yeah, that's um, all right. So anything else?
Well, the reason I was asking about if it was a 2-day event is because my boss is wanting me to do the next couple of weeks schedules, so I need to make sure that I'm off that night. So,
All right. That's really the only key thing. If you're home by evening and night time frame, that would be because I don't know what we have planned going on. Last year we drove around and hung out, but I don't know what we're having going on for the
We tried to do
daytime.
some urbexing, and we had dinner, and we did gaming. That's pretty much what we did.
Mm-hmm.
oh, and I can always set my own schedule too, where I'm working Sunday and off on Monday. So there's that too.
Oh yeah, there you go. So, because who knows, maybe he'll want to participate in one of these hunts, or we could invite him along. But the only way to do that would be we'd have to make sure we have more of the day available, if that was the
Yeah.
case.
Right.
So,
Like daylight, yeah.
preferably. So if it was me, it'd be nice if like for sure, and we know his thing is good enough time out to know. Then I would say that like if it's on a Monday that we're having it, then that Monday have off, work the Tuesday, work the day before on Sunday, kind of thing. That would be me if you could do it. But
Well, I make my schedule. I can do whatever I
Mhm.
want.
And I definitely can work whenever I want. So.
Anything else? Back to the initial question. Anything else standing out? Anything? Because you said you didn't have much more to talk about. Zach, was there anything else?
I'm just doing a lot of working. I tried to work in town a little bit yesterday. Of course, it was quiet, but I was doing all my things I need to do here, in between work. So once I leave again, I probably gonna go back to Nashville again, and if I feeling up to it, maybe I'll visit Biltmore finally, but I don't know.
Yeah,
So
there
because
you
it's
go.
supposed to be really pretty this time of year.
Mhm.
So.
Make a vlog out of it.
There you
Make
go.
sure not me 100 different clips and then send them out of order and then tell me later after I've already finished it that they're supposed to be swapped.
They sent them and they got switched somehow.
Yeah, well, when she gets back to a normal regular schedule, she'll might be able to spend some time on assorting clips and organizing them again for me. But
Yeah,
till
I
then,
don't know if I can vlog or not. I probably will for sure next year when I
yeah.
go. We may just wait until January to do it, but I don't know. I still have too much to do. It's just kind of one of those really unforgiving years. I just have to pretty much work all the time. And plus,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do content creation too, so I can finally have that take over my work, so I don't have to do all this traveling around. But it's a ongoing process. But I've started ChatGPT to help me pick hashtags. My videos seem to be doing twice as better than they were on my own, so I'm definitely heading in the right direction. So, but I
Very
have to
cool.
be more consistent with it, and it is a lot of fun. Still
Mm-hmm.
learning all about it, and my channel has gained about 30 subscribers in the last month, so that's pretty cool.
Nice. All right.
But that's pretty much all I know. So,
Okay. All right. Sasha, anything specifically interesting this week?
Besides going to our concert yesterday,
Yeah.
not my life has been nothing but
Work
work.
and sleep a little bit, and then work more.
So, okay. This week I went and saw my kids. I had one of my associates that had some medical things come up, and so I was not expecting her to come back to work for a week or two. So I had already set it up with my kids' dad that I would only have them on Wednesday rather than having them overnight and then taking them to school and having them Thursday for a little bit. Because I had to open my store on Thursday. So me and my kids went out to eat and then went to the mall, and um you guys already know the story. I'm just telling it for them. Took them to Hot Topic. I gave them each $20. I told them that they could spend it anywhere they wanted in the mall. minus getting candy because I wasn't about to spend $20 on candy. Yeah, no. Especially with at their dad's house, there's 4 extra little kids. No, I'm good. So took them to Hot Topic, and my oldest decided that she wanted some gloves that are similar to this one, except for they come down here like the other pair that I have, and a pair of earrings. And I found a pair of arm warmers that I thought were really cool, so I wanted to get them. We go up to the register to pay, and they're like, "Oh, we're running a special right now. If you spend 60, you get $30 off." I'm like, "All right, bet. I'll go and pick out $30 more of stuff and only pay 30 for it all." So we ended up getting a couple more things, got half off on that. Then my youngest, Emery, made out like a bandit over at Claire's. They had some massive clearance thing going on where all their clearance stuff was just $2. Looking at the bottom of the receipt after this child went and picked out 8 different things that she wanted, saved me $54. And so I only paid $11 for for shit that was actually worth almost 70.
It's funny. It's 11.
Yeah, I did like that one. There was some change added. Sorry, Zach. It's not an even number.
It starts with 11. So.
Right. So after that, I took them back to their dad's, and I had to drive all the way back to work. Well, here's the thing: is I had to open my store.
Here's the thing.
I knew I was waiting
every
for
time.
I've noticed every time I do that at work, I'm like, "Here's the thing," and then I hear the background, or I hear hear Andy saying,
Andy Beer
"Here's the
Sexton.
thing."
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so I wasn't supposed to be in until 4 in the morning. I got back at 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, there's absolutely no point for me to drive all the way the fuck back home, which was another hour and 40 minutes from my job, just to sleep for an hour and drive all the way back here. So I decided I'm going to sleep in my car because I wasn't paying for a hotel room. I was like, whatever.
I gave up those a long time ago, so it's a waste of money to me.
Well, when I have my kids, that's a different story.
I know that does.
But so it's like 30 something degrees out, and I'm fucking freezing. Didn't think this through at all, so I didn't have a blanket or anything like that. I had a couple of hoodies that I had this one on. I had the hood up trying to cover my eyes because the parking lot is so well lit that it made it almost impossible to sleep. And then I had another hoodie that was like covering my head so that I was blocking the light out. Kept having to turn my car on when I would wake up freezing and warming up and whatnot. So I forgot why I started.
Oh, didn't the car run for a while you're sleeping?
Yeah. One of the times that I woke up and I had turned on my car, apparently I closed my eyes and fell back asleep for an hour. And so when I woke up, my car was like nice and toasty to the point of like heat suffocation, and I couldn't find. Yeah, basically, I felt like I was in
no breathing. Yeah.
I couldn't find my car keys to turn them off because apparently I knocked my keys off somehow.
Yeah.
It was just night. But yeah, so I've been doing nothing but working, and like even tonight, I just got home. What, an hour ago? No, not even an hour ago.
Literally right before we went live. We were kind of waiting for her. That's why we were a few minutes past 8, but not much. We were pretty much punctual-ish.
Yeah, I got to have a fun conversation with my boss this morning about how now that I'm salary and I'm a boss, I'm not supposed to be watching a clock. I'm supposed to, I don't remember how he worded it, but basically, I leave when the projects are done, not when my 40 hours is up. Because even though technically if I work past 40, I'm making less money, they make it up in bonus. So
hope you get a hell of a bonus.
Me both. I don't even get bonus until I'm actually a full-fledged store manager. Right now, I'm considered store manager in training. I don't go for my test for it or anything until December 6th.
You have to take a test for it?
Yeah. 73 questions that I have to answer. And he goes, and we're giving you the answers right here. Gives me this big old, you know what? Hold on. Look at it.
Maybe the little banshee has it.
No, I've got it. I can get it out of my bag. Oh, that was another thing. My bag strap broken.
Yeah, that was sad.
I'm so sad.
One and then the other one. Hi, Lupita. Thanks for joining us.
No, not the other one. It was the other side of the one that was already broken.
That's what I meant. The one side strap broke on that one, and then not long after, then the other strap broke. Right? So it's strapless, like a bra?
No. So the one strap had that one side break, and then earlier tonight, the other side of that broken one.
Oh, so, when you first told me that, I envisioned that basically it was just a carry bag now because it had no strap whatsoever on it.
No, but because of how weighted it is, because of this fucker, I had to hold on to the end of it because it was just too heavy.
Well, if it's just one strap that's disconnected completely, you could probably work miracles. I seen what you did when you created our voodoo doll for our Hunter Hunted.
I need a sewing machine and thicker thread than what I can put through a needle.
Okay. Well, girth does matter sometimes, so there it is.
Yes, it does.
All right.
It's a 2-inch thick.
We're talking about... Okay, if someone sound clips this out from this and just no context whatsoever, what we were just discussing, what she's explaining would sound very, very intriguingly raunchy. So, you get what you're saying there? Did you hear yourself? Yes! Okay.
I mean, come on now. I advertised my toy in one of my vlogs, so there's that.
Yeah. She was not right after her foot got cut up by a lawnmower. She's under drugs. She's
on drugs for
the hospital.
Pain. Yeah. So yes, don't worry. I was in the hospital for it. It was prescribed shit. But yeah, I didn't even remember I did that until he posted the vlog and we're sitting there watching it. I'm like, oh no, I did not. But yeah, that's my Servu boot camp book that I have to study. Let me tell you how I'm barely sleeping and it takes me an hour and 40 minutes to drive there and an hour and 40 minutes to drive back. I haven't had the time to even look at the fucker, except for when I had my kids 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. What's he doing?
Getting a drink.
I had to get my water.
Oh, okay.
Guess I needed a friend.
What do you have?
I was wondering, every time he leaves, I'm wondering what he's up to. Oh, that.
So I made this. It's a prop.
Another thing for Hunter Hunted.
But I made this from scratch.
Very much the Phasmophobia one. I mean, it's inspired by, it looks like it. I just have to upgrade the pins, which I've been talking about. I need to get on Amazon and get the ones I was looking at. Because that would complete it. It would look so good with those.
You need some emo hair.
Yeah, you can't. No, it doesn't need any hair. It needs hair. No. If anything, I'm sticking a bow on it. It's going to look like scrub when I'm done.
I want it to look like the Banshee doll.
I'm going to dye it green.
Have black emo.
No.
Maybe a red stripe.
That's not what it's supposed to be going for, so.
Well, we can make it.
Zach, do you want me to make you your own little voodoo emo doll?
Yes.
Okay. When I, am off for a longer period of time again, I will make you one, but I'm not doing it right now.
Anyway, it's talented, says Lupita. Yep, she worked that out. It was pretty cool. Oh, Jay, hello. That's a surprise. I didn't know if you're back home yet. I knew that you were at your mom's, I think. You're somewhere else, a different family, but I could not remember how long or where you're. That's why when we encountered you liking some things last few days ago, I think it was, last week.
Like things?
Liked a few, responded. He responded to, it was a photo that we got when we did the Halloween special. the red skull in the sky. He reacted to that, I think, and something else. But I think it was just a fluke. He wasn't home at his dad's yet. So home today, he says. Oh, okay. What does that mean? You're up and running? Are you able to maybe join us when we're done with creatures, or if it's not too late? We won't be able to stay up late ourselves because we have a reptile show in the morning. So if you're game,
I mean, my body's used to the abuse of not sleeping, so I mean,
well, yeah.
Just saying.
Anyway, so if there's anything else you had to say about yours,
I don't remember.
Because Hawthorne Heights thing, I kind of want to hold on to that because the vlog will be coming.
Yeah,
you guys will see everything about that. Yeah, and then the reptile show tomorrow. You what?
The chick that I interviewed yesterday, I got her hired. So I've got a new lady starting on Sunday, which I haven't met yet, and then I got another one that will be starting next week.
I thought you hired him.
Full of jokes.
Oh, Lupita, thank you. I actually did 2 years of fashion design in high school, so that's the only reason I'm any good with the needle thread.
There you go. Pays off.
I made a Renaissance period dress once. It's sitting in the garage.
Yeah.
I never finished it.
Well, she has a banshee gown dress thing still in pending. I almost got the one from Spirit, but they didn't have a size that I felt comfortable with. Because they only had, when Zach and I went back there and their discounted sales 50% off, they only had the small. And I was like, I wanted at least a large, just because if it's one of those things where you have to hybrid it, meaning it will be on its own, but then also one of us has to be under it to create the effect of the chase, we need to be able to fit. And I'm sorry, I don't know if I feel comfortable squeezing into a size 3 or 4 on a small. That's almost too small, I think. I'm a small guy myself, skinny, but not. I don't know that when it comes to ladies, because I think that's lady sizes. That's awfully small.
Yeah, and unless we want a very blessed banshee bitch,
yeah,
I can't play banshee.
Yeah, there you go. So.
Then we get the views for the boobs.
Yeah, views for the
boobs. Views for the boobs. That's gonna be the saying.
I hate all the updates you have to do when you leave for a few weeks. LOL. Oh yeah, because maybe I'll be on, but I have to updating the games and the PC at the moment. Okay, so we'll see. Hopefully the update, because the Halloween stuff is still on there. I don't know when it's gonna go away. It probably any day now, because they said 2 weeks from. There's a week before. I think it was the 26th of October.
It should still be on tonight.
It should still, yeah. So you could see the cauldron and the jack-o'-lanterns and how they did the Maple Lodge thing if you did that. You should finish it. It suits your style, says Lupita.
So I don't have the ribbon that I had been using because the only part that's left is I had to hem the bottom of it and then where the arms come around, because back then they had the flowy arm thing underneath it. That I had that part, and then I had where the actual arm was. There was supposed to be ribbon here, and then like the bottom part of your stomach. And I don't have that one on, or I don't have it anymore. I don't know what happened to it, but it's already stitched completely on one of there. And if I try and use a seam ripper, it will probably rip the fabric because it's such a fragile fabric that I used. One of these times I'll take a picture and send it to you, but that would involve me actually having to go out there and find the damn thing. It's in the tote. Along with the rest of my shit.
Yeah. Okay. If there's nothing else, do you guys?
Do you have anything to say?
I know that really a mixture of things that happened are kind of touched up with what Sasha said. I mean, we did do a concert on the last night, which was good. I think that turned out pretty good. You'll have to see the concert vlog once we get to it. Once that's up, it'll be on this channel once it's done. Of course, goofing off there, that was kind of cool. Then trying to think here. I know with okay, so our weather went from a little bit of fall to kind of a blustery winter overnight, literally. And we always give Zach a hard time because when he leaves and then he comes back, he brings a change of weather with him. And this time it seemed to go cold and freezing. We had our first hard freeze, not just a frost advisory. It was a hard freeze warning that we had. I want to say it was the day before Halloween and then Halloween night. Anyway, you could tell because things are just kind of withered outside now. So it killed
I
killed
got
plants.
tired of the Hellfire Club. So.
Uh-huh.
I got tired of sweating. Frozen. So.
Yeah. So that just means I need to expedite on what I need to do outside in terms of there's these vines that grow on the side of the house, and 2 times a year generally I try to keep them groomed. So in the spring, which Sasha just really started being around that time, we did that first one where I'm up on a ladder and I'm cutting those kinds of things, and then now I need to do it again before winter. And some minor yard stuff I need to do, like the tortoise garden, reptile garden. I need to tidy up a little bit. Probably pluck or harvest whatever's left in there for them. That kind of thing. So this weekend will probably be one weekend do that because I know Sasha being home and not working, and she actually has kind of a big chunk of the weekend off. I'll probably utilize her assistance then with some of this, just because she doesn't feel comfortable with me being on a ladder when no one's here, which is fair. It's okay. I get it.
Especially with how high up you have to climb for it. No,
yeah. So
it shouldn't freeze again until the 10th. So
yeah, but it's already froze, so it needs to be done. But go ahead.
On the bright side, there hasn't been snow here, but my drive up to Indiana on Wednesday, I saw snow. It almost made me cry because I hate the shit. Apparently, they had a blizzard for Halloween this year, so my kids didn't even get to go trick or treating.
Oh, there you go.
Like, Chris said that it was so bad that he couldn't see when he was driving.
So that's the update then, because I was wondering, and you said that you wouldn't know until you talked to the girls the next day when you see them, and then so they didn't even get to go. Okay, I didn't know that you didn't update that.
Work and everything, and I've been too busy to talk.
Yeah. Oh wow! Even down here in South Texas, we had a few chilly days. Yep. I know it's El Nino year, so that means the southern part of the states are generally what's forecasted to be is that they're going to get more of the winter weather, precip, higher snow totals, etc., than us here in the north. So we'll see how this pans out.
I'm okay with.
Yeah, if we have the mild winter, it's like, okay, you guys, it's your turn. Sorry, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, Tennessee, all those areas. But we got to share the wealth of snow and old man winter here. To be fair. So kick it down that way.
Right.
I heard Texas actually closed because they were busy finding their jackets.
Yeah.
And that's how they react to cold weather down there.
Yeah.
I think it's the world.
Well, like we said I guess it was not last week technically, but our Halloween special one on Tuesday where we mentioned about, I always laugh when like South Carolina get like a dusting to an inch and their offices are shut down, the roads are shut down. It's just so funny. Just a different area, different culture, different preparation or lack of for it, but okay.
And see, the way I explained about the whole how much I hate snow and the fact that there's snow already is I deal with idiot drivers driving to and from work, to and from Indiana. And I don't want, when it comes to ice, snow, and everything else, people are even more idiotic, and I don't want to deal with them.
Is it still like the Indy 500 in the snow?
No, you have 2 speeds when it comes to weather in Indiana. And I couldn't really tell you around here because I haven't really dealt with it, but either you're a speed demon that you really should not be going that fast and you're going to end up spinning out and losing control and crashing, or you're driving 20 miles under the speed limit when it's not even necessary to go that slow.
Right.
That's Minnesota driving.
Yeah, and so I get annoyed with people very easily when it comes to that kind of shit because either go the speed limit especially if there's not even any ice or snow on the roads, there's just snow on the sides, like in the grass and shit.
They're watching for Bambi like I do.
No, they're not. They're not watching for Bambi.
They kind of
banshees.
There you go, banshees. There you go.
Gotta watch out for banshees.
Fuck. No. Luckily, believe it or not, with even all the night driving and everything that I've done, I've only had one almost incident with the deer. It was actually on Halloween. I was headed to work and a deer ended up crossing in front of my path. Luckily, I was adjusting something on my phone, so I had slowed down enough where.
Was there a headless horseman on
it? Done with you. Anyways, but this was a big ass motherfucking deer. So I'm just like, I was so glad that I had to adjust something on my phone. So I slowed down because had I been going the continuous speed, I would have ended up hitting it.
Yeah.
Like, it came out of nowhere and it happened to be far enough in front of me that everything happens for a reason.
That's there it is. Yeah.
But yeah, so luckily besides that one, I haven't seen any. Which actually is surprising, especially tonight where it was super dark and then it was raining on top of that. So with it being at like 7 o'clock at night, people are still driving to and from home. So it was too busy on the roads to keep my brights on for very long, which made it very nerve-wracking going around like bends and stuff like that, where one, you can barely see the road because it's so dark, and two, you can't really see very well off into the distance where I know deer come from, just from my experiences when I first started driving here. And then I would have to leave for work first thing in the morning at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
You just have to feed it some corn and it'll be happy.
Zach, I don't want to feed it corn. I want it to stay far, far away from me.
Yeah.
Deer repellent.
No, it doesn't work that way. I'm gonna spray deer repellent on my car because, like, stay the fuck away from me, bitches.
There it is.
All right, now I'm done talking.
Okay. All right. So, since I really don't have much personally for myself in terms of that story, but I'll go into the spooky story, paranormal show and tell that I have. Found a oldie and a goodie. Another one here this week. From Secrets of the Paranormal, Season 1, Episode 6, Part 4. Parts, I know, right? That takes you back to YouTube time. Back in the day when YouTube only allowed like 10-minute long videos, so you had to chop them up back in the day. I don't know how many of you remember that.
Was taking forever.
Yeah, part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah. I never understood that.
Yeah, is back in the early YouTube days, they limited your time frame per videos, and now it's like I don't know, over 100 gigabyte long. It can be freaking like 12-hour long thing now. But back in the day, we had to do it this way too. We had to chop up our episodes in 4 or 5 parts. So kind of annoying. I don't miss it, but it takes it back to a different time. Did I miss any ghost stories at the beginning of it? No, now we're going into it. So, I mean, I don't have too much. Maybe I'll pull another one to make it up for it because kind of went around the room last time. We didn't really have too much more probably this week to say. But that was for the Halloween special. Anyway, so here we go. And Lupita, I don't know if you caught up with that one, but the Halloween special we did on Tuesday, that's archived. You can kind of see what we discussed and what we did on that one. Should be saved.
All right, I'm muting us so that I can unmute YouTube.
Okay. Second here. Get this scooched over. There we go. Okay. So to set it up right here, we're doing a private residence, a home. This is with a team I was with before Paranormal Endeavors, and we're watching the DVR system, which is digital video recording. We use this in Endeavors too, but we haven't since COVID started, where it was like the screens, like CCTV kind of thing, where it's a setup and multiple cameras watching different angles kind of thing. We have that capability. We just haven't set it up and gone back to it. And not too many of us miss that because you have wires that you have to unreel and setup takes longer. But this is us watching back something that caught our eye, and we're like, what the heck? So those of you who are true ectoplasm fans, this one's for you.
And before the little, right after she moves her head, there's still something kind of like hovering there. Up and there's just something there.
Keep going.
Whoa, that's cool. Somebody down there smoking?
No, everybody's upstairs.
Whoa!
Okay. Everybody's
Something
upstairs.
in front of the front.
Now, there is a wisp down there, but I got it further.
Oh my god, it blocks it out completely.
Wow.
I mean, completely
That
blocks out
is
the light.
sweet. Go back to the very beginning. When we bring them upstairs.
Huh.
And then it's just gone. A wisp would have blinked.
We would have seen it later in the night too. If
Yeah,
we
seen it.
Not only that,
Every 18 minutes.
we catch that again.
We didn't. We did. It did. We
but
never
not
saw it
only
again.
that, but a wisp.
A wisp wouldn't have been that thick.
Part of
Go back so I catch the time on the very beginning.
That was cool.
And it's literally
2008,
going right
what a
into
good
the
year.
wall.
And it's like it has a form to it.
It's stuck in 2008.
That is serious.
Like
That's
has a form.
ectoplasm.
There is no
But
doubt.
it's moving on its own. It's going this way and then that way.
Oh, that just gives me freaking goosebumps. That's sweet.
Yeah. Watch it. Watch
Yeah,
the particles
we did.
within it. They're moving within it in different directions.
But we're getting all excited and what they have in 18 minutes. When you
And
click
then-
that one, you can see the end of it close to any features.
We'll see.
Go.
Big nose.
Yeah, right there. No, it's going.
Just watch
Get
it.
it back out. Wow. Keep going. So move of the nose, a little bit of an eye. Go back. Yeah. Just keep going.
So let me discuss matrixing here briefly. As she said there, it looks like there's a face, there's an eye, and whatever. Our brains can manifest in ourselves an image of what we perceive as being something that it might not be. When you look at a cloud and you see a bunny or a horse, whatever, it's kind of our mind putting a garbleness into something that we can relate it to. So I'm not saying even myself that that's a face in there. It's just the way that the stuff is, the cloud, this ectoplasm is moving through. The closest thing that our team paranormal endeavors that I have now caught was not video like this. This was good, but we caught a 35 millimeter film camera, like disposable camera thing that looked like this. It was a fog around Jackie, who's one of our senior field researchers, and myself. That looked very much like this. Had the very characteristics. It's too bad it wasn't a motion picture of it, but it was still a good catch on film to have that. So this was a good thing. And to kind of set it up a little bit, there's a wall right here
Like the head.
on this side.
Like
So it's coming
someone
like
with
out
a
of the
camera like
wall
this
and going
looking at it.
across the room.
See, I don't see that. I see.
Don't forget your first episode
that's
of
what I
Endeavors
saw.
where
Your-
you were at the at Jesse's house. the camera outside.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, that's arguably, that could be close to this. That could be something. Because that was definitely an anomaly.
Yeah, the face looked like it had like gremlin ears on it because they're really big on both sides.
Let's see here. That was some manifestation. Yeah, that was a pretty good one, wasn't it? The location was,
Yes.
It was a private residence. So.
Was it just like a cloud sort of ectoplasmic, or was it like slimy too? Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was
Zach.
ectoplasmic.
Oh, you. Moving on.
He's on one.
He's all silly tonight. Yeah, he's like silly times 2. All right. Let's see here.
He's getting his kicks in because of how often he's having to be gone. He has to double time it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess slime isn't real.
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure. So.
Oh, you were serious. Okay. Yeah. I thought you were just doing, you're just being silly, as you always say.
Well, it sounds silly, but it's serious too. I guess it's not real.
1 second here. Let me get this next one.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they caught it on camera and nobody actually had the ectoplasm go through them,
to be touched by, I've been touched by, it's a static electricity charge, and whenever you feel ectoplasm, it's like a static charge. That's the best way I can explain it. There's no slime with it. No,
that makes a lot.
That's
of sense.
just fiction. But
yeah.
Sorry, Zach.
Well,
sorry to burst your bubble. I'm trying to get up.
So Eric never got slimed. Okay.
All right, this next clip, the second one here. This one, and this is a location I can tell you exactly where it's at because it's a public venue. So anytime I say private residence, even after all these years, I still respect that. I'm not going to say exactly where it is. But this is Mansfield Reformatory. So if you've seen Shawshank Redemption, Air Force One, those movies, they shot here. This is in Ohio. It would have been a place that I would have returned to a third time, right? The weekend after her foot incident, but her foot thing was more important. No, not the weekend
after. It was like the next day we were supposed to fucking go.
But that's the weekend after, yeah. Because your incident was on 18th, which is a Thursday, and it would have been that Saturday and Sunday. So it technically was the weekend after. Right.
That's where... All right. Muting us so that we can watch it.
All right. So here we go. This is more of a lesson of the powers of being empathic and knowing. And I have these clips even more recently. It happens, especially a few more than others on my current team. The grounding and the shielding and just keeping it under control, not letting the emotions of the location or the spirits that might be in the location overpower you. It still happens though. Even those of us experienced. This is we called her Mama Jackie, but Jackie Carpenter in here was my mentor. Rest in peace. She'd passed away, I think, in 2014. Now I think it is. But this is when we went to Mansfield and walked into a room that caused a lot of emotion. Happened up on here. So here we go.
Michelle, don't yell like that!
I can't help it. The thing came right at my head.
Watch your backs.
Yeah, it's a bat.
He's right there. If you walk slow, they won't hit you.
People don't need to worry about it.
There's a bat in there, I think, is what it
Walk
was.
slow and keep your head level. They won't hit you.
The uneven floor.
Oh, merciful heavens.
No, that's what I hear.
It's a child. It's a little boy.
Yeah.
She's like so dead on.
Yeah. Sorry.
breaking. There's a few of them that have been filled in.
There's a break right here.
Yeah, there's a little hole over here.
What's below us? What's below us?
Anything below us?
What's below us?
Nothing that I know of.
There was something that was filled in.
Yeah, it was like we got fill-ins like over here.
Okay. Okay. What I'm getting is a child, and he's 12 years old. Let's say his name is Nathaniel. There is a hole in the floor. He is being drugged, and he's being thrown in that hole. This child has been raped. There is a spirit that is binding that child here. Scream.
Is this a lid? Is this something else?
Just screaming.
Well, it goes down pretty deep.
That I know of. Is there anyone?
I heard that.
Did you hear that?
Nathaniel, talk to us, honey. You know what? But this is weird. There were no children come over here, were there?
There was children that was raised here. Oh God, there goes the bathroom.
I mean, he's just being
Plus, this
drugged.
was a civil war camp too at one
Oh, this child is just being drugged.
Entering the basement area, Jackie Carpenter picked up on a child by the name of Nathaniel. This child, as soon as I went down there, I kept hearing, no, no, no. This shrill, just horrible, moaning type, please don't hurt me anymore type, no, no, no. She was getting crying, and it was heart-wrenching. So we continued to seek him out.
These guys have got instruments in their hands. You won't know what that is. But look here. Look where my hand is. I want you to communicate to us using that device. I just had a shadow move in there, Eric. Maybe kill your lights.
See, these are the two rooms where we're getting those feelings.
Nathaniel, you can present to me in any way that you want to. You can make a noise. You have two safe people here, Rochelle and myself, that can communicate with you, as well as Sean, as well as Eric. We are here to help you. We don't want to harm you in any way, but we need validation that you're here, honey, so that we can help you. You have to tell me more of the story. You have to tell me why you were put in the hole. Why were you put in the hole, Nathaniel? You have to tell me why you put it. You have to tell me why they put you in there. Jeez, just don't do that.
One reason I hate public investigations is people just come in from the other
We got
room.
people that just
Yeah, we have people.
So, Nathaniel, honey, I need you to present. You have to present to me, honey. If I can have everybody just, if you could kill your flashlights.
Yeah, mine's out.
Everybody kill a flashlight.
Too many
But
people.
I've got somebody else.
Just too many.
Jackie, I've got somebody else here.
Yeah, he's here too.
I've got somebody that's throwing me, literally trying to throw me up against something that rattles.
Chains.
And they're
Chains.
no, but they're like restraining.
Like a cage?
Yes.
No, it was just the basement under the warden's quarters. Now, other than that, I don't know what they used it for.
Okay.
There was at one time some old X-rays.
There was. He's been stepped into one of their rooms.
Oh, I guess it goes into that. See, this is what I hate about the old way of doing things. Now it's the next part, I guess. So what YouTube was in the early 2000s.
gotta be a tunnel.
Before I continue on to address your thing here, even in Poltergeist they depicted slime, and that was based on true stories. So in fairness, yeah, no, I get that. Same time, it's like we just watched the original Exorcist the other day, and it was not a girl in real life; it was a boy. I can only go off of personal experience from my team, from a real life perspective. I just cannot go off of a Hollywood perspective, even if there's things that are inspired or based on true stories. There's still wiggle room to not accurately depict what actually happened, in fairness. So that's a viewpoint from team leadership that I have to take on. So that's all that is. And this is heartbreaking, importance of not being able to save the child from harm, since he's now a tormented spirit. Impotence. Yeah, this builds up. So that's a little bit longer clip. That's why it ended. Well, it's two-parter. It would have been all together, but again, old YouTube. So here we go.
Some sort.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, doesn't it?
I mean, it's either that or a fireplace.
Well, see, due to the geological report, there's a bunch of caves underneath the site.
That's where he was taken.
There was somebody that said that there was a tunnel all the way back to like a boiler room.
I bet this is part of it.
And they would drag people to the boiler room.
All right.
To dispose of the body.
I am so
Man,
validated that Mike has felt that little boy down here.
Man, it literally hit me like a wall walking down here. It's just like insane, just whoa. And just you knew something was up.
But I get a female down here, too.
That's interesting you say that. Last time we were here, we heard a female voice asking for help.
Yeah. I think it was Sean and I.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not in the same place where that was, are we?
No, that was
like a
statue
or a cardboard cutout with a fake-looking ghost.
That was when you were very second when we came in.
Okay, because that, like, I'm getting a female present.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody out.
Everybody out? Come on.
But Eric can
once
stay.
we got to this certain area, we found him. Jackie became just emotionally overcome and literally broke down, with tears. And well, in the meantime, I'm seeing a male entity, and he's in my face, and he's doing this evil, very evil laugh. And I'm regaining that control. I'm not going to let him have it. And with the work of all of us, Eric Klein included, we decided that we needed to create the light for him and help this child be released. He's been here for a long time. And upon trying to get up, I felt this hand, I guess, pinch on my ankle. I couldn't move my foot. I had the child in my arms. I was embracing him. I felt him like my own child. That kind of embrace, and was trying to get him out as quickly as I could, but my left foot would not move, and fell literally, and tried to get out. Eric came up, Eric Klein, and assisted me with getting me up, and somebody else, I don't even know who that was, but needless to say, we got a few little bumps and bruises for the team, and got a little bruising on the ankle from where he grabbed me, and we're doing a little swelling action, so we got some ice on it, scuffed up knee. That's okay, the kid got released, it was worth it.
Yeah. Oh, recording. That's a recording. Stop recording.
How tight he was holding me wasn't as bad as my skin felt like it was getting pinched,
You
can have a nice
touch me.
That is
right in there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, you're
See it
warm.
right there.
I had heat when you were doing it earlier.
The shower.
But what's happening is that we're walking through there, and I kept telling Eric and them, I've got something crawling across the floor. How many times did I say that? Come here.
From the inside out.
Come here and look at this.
Did you catch it?
No, this is Rochelle at a different time in the shower room.
So, a possible manifestation showing right here is what they're talking about. And fortunately, the older quality of these videos, it is kind of not as great on there. I can see if I still have some of. I think the original files were saved in a lower grade than what we do now. We didn't really have high def yet at that point, so, but it was still well enough you could see. But no, the main importance of that video is showing what just before that. So that was what happens when you get emotionally overtaken. No matter how you are, if you're in the field and you've been psychic 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, it's still one of those things that you still have your moments where you can meet your match, and it can be very overwhelming with things. That place was, again, Mansfield Reformatory. That is a place that you can check out if you want to look it up. It has a very long, extensive history, and not all of it good. So, my bad. I'm about to head to bed. It's 2. Haven't GC update. No. Okay. All right. Well, we'll game without you, Jay. We'll be thinking of you. So.
Hi, Jay.
Nice seeing you, though. Maybe the weekly challenge. Maybe we'll catch you on Sunday evening. Maybe. Before you go,
I was gonna say, keep in mind
if that's
I have to
still a
leave
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but that
it's
would be
still-
early enough though that he might have a better chance to catch us. Maybe. Otherwise, we normally do it on Monday evenings if we can't do it on Sunday. Have a good night, day, everyone. Yep. Okay. Out of curiosity, do you produce the sound effects and music in your playing? Yes. Lupita, this series I think was the first one where I started doing all my own stuff for it. There was a lot more. There's some loops that were still used more then than even I use now for things. Now it's more of a well, even then it was, but I have more actual real life instruments, acoustic instruments, the actual real things now. So anytime that you hear like a loop of something, they might not have like a drum track or something like that. It might have royalty free CD that I have, or heavy drums or something like that. Stuff like that where I don't have that stuff yet. But back then, I think when Seekers only did 2 seasons, but Seekers of the Paranormal 1 or season 1 and 2, I had my Casio keyboard, acoustic guitar, I think my trumpet. I think that was it. So a lot of this stuff was on my Casio. So I've come a long ways. Now I actually have so much more, and I actually have baby grand piano. So there's that. Of which might be a good segue to end our stream tonight, as we're just over the hour mark. By doing I think I tagged you in some of them. I know I did Zach and Sasha, but a few sound samples, song clips were released earlier today. One of them that reminds me of this, what you just watched on here. The white light healing one would be fitting. That'd probably be one that I would probably play over this if it was something I did today in that particular scene in the same way. Even though I like that song that was on there originally. So I'm trying to remember what that song was called. I have some of these originals still kind of scattered about, but I might go pull some oldies and put them on the Klein Studios music/orchestra page. Just a second here. Let me log back in Facebook and go over there.
We're still stuck in 2008, I guess.
Huh?
You're still stuck in 2008, I guess.
Well, it very
Those
much is.
old-
I'm the 2008 MySpace alternative emo kid, so.
Yeah, I'm sure that's one of your favorite years because you love the number 8. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that too, yeah. But mostly just because it was it's one of the better years I remember for me, at least.
Yeah.
And in the culture and style what I am.
I was still in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mine was 2011 and 2012. So.
All right, here we go. This one again for Paranormal Endeavors. Oops, let me get it backed up here. Paranormal Endeavors, Chapter 9 soundtrack. Here we go. This would fit well. If you can envision that scene again, or anything that's very impactful, very powerful, very emotional, that's probably where this is going to end up being. There's a few scenes already in Chapter 9 that I could see this going for. This is a clip, again, not the whole sound track. But I don't know if Zach or Sasha heard it yet. But. There you go. I'll let them finish listening.
All right, we finished it.
That was kind of Titanic-like to me. So
oh, nice.
Very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. White light healing for Nathaniel. Yes. Rip Nathan. Mm-hmm. Totally. Mm-hmm. But you could see with that one, it was one of those goosebump triggering type pieces that are on there, which I thought that was really cool. And when, especially when you create your music and it gives you that same effect and you feel the emotion out of it, then you know
you did good.
It's pretty powerful one, so it's a good sound. That's a good track there. So, what'd you guys think?
I just love the deepness of it. So I love the deepness of it, and this is very, like you said, very healing, very calming. So almost like an ending of a great ordeal sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. And you, Sash?
It's definitely one that you can feel the emotion in it, and it's, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Mm-hmm. Well, and she's one that she knows. So if Mary ever sees this, don't feel alone, Mary. You're not alone when it comes to emotional output. She was with me in person and just said, play something on the piano, just whatever you feel. She's standing next to me as I was doing that, and she was tearing up. She was getting emotional.
I was crying. Like, I was full-blown crying.
So I tend to do that, I guess. Music does that. It's really just my talented skill behind it, but it's the music that I give the credit to. What?
I said I still have that on my phone, too.
There you go. I figured you did. That's one thing next to those cloud photos, I guess, that caused you to not have enough room last night for the last song. But it was worth it. I'm glad you had that. It kept me, though.
Yeah. thing.
So
yeah, so the very last song of the concert last night, my phone storage was full. So it was like almost at the end of the song too. I was so pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in a way, you were finishing recording it anyways. You did the entire thing, which is one of the things that I've been making sure to do is during at least they're playing, I'm recording the entire set for that.
Yeah.
And it actually just kind of forced me to take the rest of the show and just enjoy it versus recording it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Thanks for the double creatures this week. Yeah, no problem. That's tends to happen one of those few times during the year, because Halloween try to do one. Kind of sad. The music piece was. Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of a sad, inspiring / I don't know.
it's supposed to give you that not quite sure how to feel, but like you're feeling all these emotions at once kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
because it's kind of
that's
like,
why I said it was hard to explain.
Yeah, it's in that same boat as the Angel's Blessing which was for the soundtrack for the original, like the first chapter in Paranormal Endeavors, going way back to 2010. I don't know how many of you heard the remake that I did for the recent 17th anniversary Glenn Studios music concert thing I did. I guess I'll pull that up real quick. 1 second here. See if I can find it. That was on my main channel, so I won't go back into Facebook for that. I should just be able to find it right here. Okay, let me find.
But Peter, you're getting spoiled tonight.
Yeah, you're getting spoiled.
Yeah, our spirits are made of energy and emotions, so it's very moving.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta find the track here. Did I put it in the description? Let me look there first. Of course not. Alright, 1 second here. Oh, I found it. Perfect. That was a fluke. Alright. Here we go. So that one was going to be, that one's in the same class and category as Angel's Blessing. That emotional, kind of sad, kind of just a mix of emotion thing. And this one was used during a lot of spiritual parts too, a lot of crossovers, offerings, cleansings of home scenes in Paranormal Endeavors. It's just funny and hard to think that this is from so long back, 2010. Even then, I created some of these that inspired the emotion. So there you go. That was a wrap up there. Let them finish. There's a lag.
All right, we're done.
Cool. So that was always a good one. It was one of my favorites from chapter 1. What, Zach?
I had my eyes closed for a lot of it because I was just kind of focusing on the sounds. It was very mesmerizing. So,
I don't know if you'd heard that one or if that was the album you bought from Spotify or wherever you get your music, because that one is all on. That's available.
iTunes. Yeah, I have it probably, but I haven't heard them all yet.
Okay.
So.
Just so you know, I guess shameless plug here, but yeah, that whole concert is available on your digital. You can get that at Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, Apple Music, all that. It's been available since I think it was June something. It was on the anniversary of the Klein Studios music production becoming a thing back in like 2006, I think it was. Excellent. Yes, it's almost like a resolution of closure kind of feeling, though sad. Yep. Indeed, this is my children's birthday month, so I appreciate all the gifts. Well, happy birthdays. I love the titles you give your work. It's cathartic.
Cathartic.
Yeah, cathartic. Not lethargic. That'd be different. Well, you could be still mesmerized and be like just not moving. That's not always a bad thing, I guess. Zach,
yes, lethargic is usually a bad thing.
Well, it's how you take it, I guess. Lethargic in a reptile sense, yeah, that's a bad thing. Zach, did you see The Crow yet? Same kind of feeling from the atmosphere of that movie and this musical piece. No, that's one thing it's on the to-do list. He has not seen that yet. Eric Draven, like, Eric Klein. Yep.
Stranger Things is on the list still too.
I just referred back to that. So
now it's funny you said, because Brandon Lee was one of my nicknames that people would call me from that kind of the Crow era. I think that's what reminded them of me of them or them of me or whatever for that. Next to Chris Angel and some other nicknames and stuff I get, but yeah, Brandon Lee was one of them from the Crow era. So I could see it, especially when I watched that movie again recently with Sasha, and it was like, okay, yeah. I mean, I always could see it before, but it had been years since I'd seen it, and I could see it again. And it's like, okay, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. Why people called me that.
Like crap, but I don't think I've seen
Craft is extremely different.
Yeah.
Which one? Why?
He said he's seen The Craft. I said The Craft is very different.
No. Excellent. Okay, well, thank you. Well, they'll probably conclude here. We'll show and tell a little bit, probably planning right now, do next week, so we'll talk about how the Reptile Show went and all that kind of thing. Anything else that transpires over it. But again, as a reminder, sometimes there'll be weeks where we come across, probably by Thursday of that week, I'll try to be better at announcing it if we're doing a Creatures that week or not, just because we want to make sure we have something to fill it out. And this one didn't feel forced or, because hour and a half right now. So, yeah. So it feels more natural. We have something to talk about, some great, content to share and stuff. So we'll kind of see how this week goes. But right now, at least starting off, I know we'll have a reptile thing to probably talk about once that happens. Other than that, any closing thoughts?
I went back to work.
Yeah.
And I'll be gone the next 2 weeks probably, so I'll have to join remotely. So.
Let me know how you like the Crow movie. Yep, I'm sure he'll let you know. So yeah, and if you listen to Brandon Lee's interviews, his voice sounds like Eric's. Yeah, I could see that. My dark, ominous features is some of it too, with the long hair, and that can play a part of it.
I definitely want to see that movie. I had a patrol called Raven in Boy Scouts, so I love ravens. So crows and ravens are kind of similar, but they're a little different.
Yeah. All right. Well, without anything else, I'll probably wrap up here. So hopefully enjoyed this week's Creatures of the Night, and enjoyed, of course, our Halloween one earlier in the week on Tuesday. Our Gothmas countdowns will continue. As you know, just because the Halloween in October is done doesn't mean Gothmas is not over, though. So it doesn't mean it is. So we still have our decorations up. You what?
I said, and it's never over in this house.
Right. So there we are. And well, just stay tuned for that. That'll be a daily post. I mean, not on the daily, but my regular posts here and there when there's something about day number blah blah blah, day number 40 of Gothmas, and something about it. Day 50 of Gothmas. You know, I won't do it. I just don't have the energy and focus to do a daily one every day of Gothmas. That'd be 90 different posts. 95
you're
maybe
have it on the daily, same time every single day.
Nope, too busy.
I also
don't got time for that.
told him to do the calendar thing 2 more times.
So stay strange. Good night, creatures. Yep, you too. So all right, everyone, peace, rock on, enjoy your evening and your week and your night.
Bye.
Bye.